Been here a while, had a look around, took some photos, things like that, did some aerial shots, so about time to start thinking about heading back the way we come. So I'll just get everything packed up, put all the cameras and drones and stuff away, and then get back on the road, go find Lou.
Alrighty, back down the hill. Okay, we'll head back out, all the way back where we came, I guess, and then head back to the station and probably stay here tonight and then head out in the morning, most likely. Just meandering along, following the car tracks and the bike tracks back. Bit dusty in some of it, basically just following a creek line like we followed it in, same one out. Back on the main Mill Run Road, heading back. We may even go out and have a look at, guys said they were drilling for water somewhere about 30 k's away. Might even, he sort of offered for us to go out there and have a look, so might do that if that's what works out. I have no idea what that road's like. There's an old cement mixer there. So I'm following old Lou, and he's taken us a different way back, so that'll be interesting. We're heading sort of parallel to the Carnegie Road now. Must be another bore road to another watering point. So now I'm following this old fence line. This old fence line, and should be a mill up here, or a bore. And an old trough. Old Lou gave me a rundown on how they work. Sandy. And how they trap the cattle in there. Looks like it might be a bit sandy up this way. She's a creek line. Yeah, it's really ingenious how they do all that. Get some speed up. Come on. This has been quite sandy back there. I didn't turn the camera on because I didn't want to take my hand off the handlebars, but quite a bit of like deep gravel sand, which was a little tough. But just had to keep the speed up.
So I'm heading out to a drill rig, and the guys here are going to drill a hole, so we'll see if we can for water, so see if we can find any some water.
Yeah, old Belle, she's been filmed. She's all around the world. The people that have been here. And
she's a movie star.
Yeah.
So for the CSR guys, that goes out to well 9 to the right, and to the left here we're going out to the drill rig.
Nice spot. Oh, Belle. Yeah, okay.
Want to get up?
Yeah, we've got to have a look, see what's going on. So yeah, that was sort of the water level down there, example, in 2020, the water was basically the front of the vehicle. Water was about here. So that's just how big more it come up. It was a huge amount of water.
So where's your rig from here?
The rig's across towards that hill over there, that ridge there, and we just got to go basically up north a bit.
So coming up to Salvation Well, and this is where the guys are trying to drill for better water a little further away. This is a little bit salty. So we're at the site. So this one has come up a bit salty, I think. And they don't line these at all, so there's just that cap on there, but it's hard rock, so they drill down and they don't bother lining them. Water just comes straight up. Just getting that cap out, use on the next one. Got it. So this is where they're going to drill. They reckon there's possibly water here. Drill a hole and see what comes out. So that GM actually drives a screw compressor, which is 650 CFM constant. So that'll definitely get your tyres aired up at the end of a trip. So while we're out here drilling a hole, I was looking at that sky, and that's the south, and it looks pretty dark. Once you get up a bit you can see away, and that looks pretty dark down there. So that must have been the front that was coming through that everyone at Sandstone warned me about. We're probably a bit too far north for it, but I'm going to be riding into it tomorrow, so it'd be interesting to see how much rain is down there. Hopefully not too much. Off we go. So they blow air down the, I don't know if you can hear me over the noise, but they blow air down the drill rod. So now Lou's putting in the liner, the top a little bit, and that just only goes down a couple of feet. Bit of fuel. Oh yeah, we're going to put another rod on. You can see the water coming out now. So I think that's it for today. They've gone all the way down. They're going to go further down. They've got some water but not enough, so they'll keep on going further down and see if they can get some more. So, yep, we'll pack this up and shut it down and do whatever they need to do, and then head back to the homestead, I guess. So heading back to the house, I think.
Yep.
Heading back to the house. Famous again. Barbie's getting ready for some steak.
She's trying to pinch Bella's bun. Is it?
And over here is the hot water system.
Running on clean heat gas.
Running on a clean heat gas bottle. Works well. Still here at Glenale.
Rained last night, but not too much, just enough to wet the surface and keep the dust down, so that'll be good. Heading down to Carnegie today, so I'm going to have a quick look around at a few things here this morning, pack up and head down to Carnegie. Probably overnight, but I'll see. I don't know what's there. They're mustering. I don't know what you can do and what's there to see. But we'll take
All right, we're on our way. Just going to go and have a look at a scrap heap with old cars on it before we go. Okay, so
just here at this scrapyard, just to have a look at what's here. Some of these old stations have some really cool stuff. Just some old cars back here and over behind the camera, so we'll go take a look. There's an old Falcon. This is a Land Rover. A lot of Land Rovers on this station. Another old Landy. It's on its side getting parts. Another Land Rover. A Range Rover, sorry. ARB bull bar. There you go, Daryl. Couple of old Metas. I think they're Metas. I don't really know my old stoves. They're a bit different, each of them. All sorts of old bikes. Like a bit of fat tired one, a couple of fat tired ones. More old Land Rovers. Yeah, here's an old Holden. Was that like an FC? I'm not an expert on my old Holdens. Is that like an FC or something? I'm sure someone will know and put in the comments. From the modern era. No engine. Must have took the engine out for something else. Still got the gearbox and the diffs. Looks like the windscreen's been taken. It looks like they've taken the door. Okie dokie, back on the bike and head to Carnegie. So Carnegie Station's next stop. There's not much rain now, so that's good. Hopefully that stays that way. And it's a pretty nice leisurely 150 k's or something to Carnegie. So that's next stop. Okay, let's go.
okie dokie, that's the scrap heap of Glen Ale. Spent a fair bit of time there looking around. It's pretty interesting. Okay, Carnegie, here we come. Coming up to the place where I turned off to go out to the centre of Australia. It was just here somewhere, or just up here a little way. So I think this is the southern edge of Glen Ale here. Is this it's on the third grid. Is this the second or the third? I can't remember. So this is what you've got to be careful of. Kangaroos. Here's a big one. That's the second lot. The first lot got a bit closer. Come on, Mum, go across. Riding along here, and there's a like a hill breakaway feature up here. I don't know if it's something you can get to or get up to or what, but we'll take a look when we get closer. It's a bit closer now, so here it is. Oh, there's some caves and everything up there. I wonder if you can get in there. It looks like a track going up to it. Where's the track in? Must be a track in. So that's the scenery. Looking north towards Carnegie. So they just rode it away. This one's facing the north side. It's extremely flat around here, so this sort of thing sticks out for miles around. And I don't know if you can see the bike. That's where the bike is. I'll have a look at the map and see if I can see what this is called. About a third of the way to Carnegie, I think. Something like that. Okay, back to the bike and continue along. So that's called Kaljaha Pinnacle from the GPS, and on our way. So these rocks you can see on the road are really sharp rocks. They really chip your tyres up. I was looking at some of the tyres on the station, and really all the treads are all chipped up and smoothed off. Coming up to a turn off here to head to the left to Carnegie. There's a set of yards there for the last leg. Glen Isles, where we've been. There's an old bore. So this must be the road here. Oh, what do we got? 20 some k's, I think. 26 k's. While I'm riding along here, I might just tilt the camera down if I can to the GPS. And a lot of people ask me about this GPS system. It's basically a generic off-the-shelf tablet running Android. It's a non-certified version, so you can't get the Play Store or anything on it, but you can side load apps. So I put Aussie Explorer for Android on there, and then I load it up with the maps that I want, which is I've got a HEMA map package and some other maps that I've found around the place, and I do all my navigation on that, and I do all my navigation on HEMA. There's a car coming on HEMA, Aussie Explorer and HEMA maps when I'm home, and Google Earth and a couple of other things. So anyone can do this. You just need the tablet that's, can stand up to this. This is a ruggedized one, waterproof. It doesn't use USB for power, so the plug's robust, especially on a big single that vibrate everything apart. And that's basically what I do for all my mapping. And then I have a backup, which is the InReach. Sometimes I bring another backup, but this time I just brought the InReach. So that's the GPS. So here we are, Carnegie Station. Bit of an oasis in the desert. I might pull up and get a picture of my bike in front of that sign to prove that I was here. How about that?
Here at Carnegie, gonna stay in the accommodation. They've got a camping area as well, but there was a mining company here and one room's opened up. Gonna take that and get a good night's sleep. It's pretty windy at the minute, and they tend to be flapping around. I don't think there's any chance of rain. So gonna do that. They cook up a feast as well. I could have my freeze-dried stuff off the bike, but I'm sure I won't be able to resist having that feast. Okay, I'm going to go into the office, set all that up, and then go for a look around and see what's around the station. Just show you the room while I'm going in there to get some money to set this up. But it's just a little sort of donga, perfect. Just piled up my stuff in the corner and got my helmet up here. Perfect for an overnighter. Don't even have to get the sleeping bag out. We're going to go for a look around and see what's here at the Carnegie Station. All the old parts of it, new parts. So I'm just starting over. The homestead's just there behind me, and we're just starting here. There's some old machinery. So I think this might be one of those hammer bore machines. I think there could have been something up here, and they used to drop it down and go bang, 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 bang all the way down and sink a bore. I think that's what that
eccentric does is do the hammering part, and the weight of the drill rod would force it down. I think that's what it is, but not sure. If anyone knows, let me know. And here is a weather station. This will be an official weather station, the official distance off the ground and all that. Here's the front of the homestead, and on the fence is a little bit of station art. You're a friendly cow. A couple more over there. These look like quarters. So there's a toilet there. This is the old traditional cement basin. Must be a shower in here, I guess. There is all the rooms. There we go. Looking a little bit dilapidated. Here's the next one. A couple of rooms, a couple of beds. Look at the tyres I use. These must be, yeah, the old split rims. The old Toyota split rim with a tough as nails tyre on it for stakes. They all run those on the cruisers and Hiluxes through here. So check this out. This is all armoured up. This little Daihatsu Feroza, armoured up for chasing cows for mustering. Look at the doors. Just bolted through. Classic. And then a big bull bar on the front. So over here I noticed something really interesting in this shed. So a few people have old cars and stuff in their shed, but check this out, just a couple of random helicopters. They're mustering at the moment, and this is the sort of thing they use for the mustering. If you have a look here, I don't know if I can get there, see if I can get close enough. When you're in this thing, the only thing keeping you airborne is a handful of V-belts. So those little choppers always kills me to see those V-belts driving those things. That's all that's keeping you up there. There is 8 of them on there, but still doesn't look much like something you'd want to go thousands of feet in the air in. But anyway, I guess I'm riding around out in the middle of nowhere on a motorbike. So Suzukis are the most popular vehicle out here, and they love them for mustering. And check this out, bit of bar work, and it's got the long range tank in the back. You know, custom dashboard. Wonder if ARB will come out with this one. 13:20 to Perth. That's what I've got to go to get back home. Just out of the gate is all this avgas, and if you have a look here, this is their makeshift helicopter pad with a little square in the middle. You can see the marks where the skids are. This is what they land on to fuel up. On the way back, might take a back road and head down Cal and through the Goldfields and have a look down there. So just to get the most fuel range, I've got spare air cleaners and I'll change the air cleaner. Doesn't look that blocked, but it gives me the best fuel range. So this is the start of the gun barrel from Carnegie. These are signs, so it's actually nearly, or not far from the same distance to Alice Springs as it is back to Perth. A little bit further to Alice Springs, but not a lot. So Warburton would be your next stop. So 493, so you need 500 k's of fuel, which is pretty easy in most modern four-wheel drives, or ones with a bigger tank at least. Wandering down the road, there's an old car dump up here. Going to go and take a look and see what's there. Got time to kill. See what old cars might be there. There's an old Jeep with all the bars and reinforcing on it.
for mustering. Looks like a couple of old cruisers, some old trucks, different bits and pieces. It's another Wrangler, all bar with the bars on it. It's Mitsubishi, Toyota. Don't know what that one there is. Toyota and Datsun or Nissan. That's a Maverick. Old cruiser. Feroza. Another old cruiser. So these are real old girls. I don't know what this is. An old Holden, Ford. What is it? Old. I don't know. Oh, something completely different. Don't know what that is. An old ute. It's come to grief. There's an old Toyota chassis or body. Don't know what that is either. Someone will know. Heaps of old stuff. Here's an old wooden tray, old truck. Again, don't know what it is. Not a real expert on old trucks, but looks like it used to sit on the fuel tank. What's your name? Hey? Are you a friendly donkey? You a friendly donkey? You are a friendly donkey, aren't you? Yeah, you're a friendly donkey. Oh yeah, you like that? You like that? You like that? Don't you? You're trying to get me. I got your nose. Good morning, adventurers. So heading out of Carnegie today. Bike's sort of packed up. Going to go coffee and then head out. Going to see, we had a lot more rain last night, so going to see what the road's like. Check this other road that's a shortcut down to Leinster or Leonora, and then just see how it goes. Maybe go down there for a bit and see what it's like. It was supposedly impassable yesterday or the day before, but we'll see how it goes. Water can drain away pretty quick out here. So that's the plan for the day. Hopefully not too much backtracking and hopefully not too much trouble. Oh, we'll catch you on the way. Goodbye Carnegie. I have around 350, 360 k's to go via Walloona, and if I use this other road which comes out at Leinster, which I don't know if it's going to be open or passable, take a look, about 400 odd k's. Some cows. Kangaroos back there, a couple of big ones, but in this open area you can see them quite easily. I'm guessing the creek crossing or this camp is in this line of trees here. Yep. There's a camp or something. A little dam and some wells there. Oh, maybe it's in here. Oh yeah. Just a little rest area. Haven't got the helmet off, but just stopped here because I hope you can hear me. Because there's a this is called Minigol Camp, I think, and yeah, there's like a little river or creek with some water in it, so I thought I'd stop and have a quick look. So it's got a camp area. What's the sign say? The Minigol Out Camp, Wongawal Station. Some information here. So
just a little billabong, I'd say. Don't know if we can get down to it. In my full riding gear, I'm not going to try and head down. But it's nice spot for a rest. Alright, that's Minago Camp. Would be a bad spot if you wanted to set up for a camp. Be back on the road. Look at that big fella. He's just eyeing me off. I've got to see which way I'm going here. Keep an eye on him. So it's to the right. How you going, big fella? Look at you. Hey? Start the camera because there's some nice scenery through here. This is all up and down, like a little bit hilly, which is unusual for out here. It's generally flat. The road to the left should be just up here in front of me, and there's definitely been more rain down here. It's starting to there's puddles like this in the road now everywhere. Definitely more rain. There's a sign on it, there's a sign saying. Mount Fisher Wangaroo Road. Okay, this is the one. Oh, well, I'm going to stop. It doesn't look like anybody's been in here, so let's stop. Alrighty, just did quick calculation on fuel. Should have enough with a safety margin to come back. If required. So what's going on here? So trouble you can't see the bottom. Alrighty. I've made a decision to go around this because it's getting worse and I don't know if it'll get any better. It'll most likely it'll get worse because there's been more rain. So I'm making a decision to turn around and go around it. Alrighty, close him again. Back to the Carnegie Road. I come across some mining guys that are actually living out there, and they said that the road was closed. So yeah, that must mean it was pretty bad down the bottom end. So that's a bit of fuel in to get to town. I actually videoed coming into there, but I think the battery was went flat and didn't record it. Get to Wiluna, fill up properly, fill everything up. Oh, it's a nice day. Alrighty, back into Wiluna. that on this road? I think it was on this road, down on the corner here somewhere. Alrighty, fill her up. Alrighty, that's fueled up, pumped the tyres up because there's a bit of bitumen and my compressor died, so that's now in the bin. It was a pretty crap compressor, so I've got a hand pump as well. Other end of that road. Looks like quite a big road, so maybe I could have got through. Oh, it's closed. There you go. So it is closed. Okay. Oh well, good decision. Good decision. So this looks like a camp of some sort. We'll go and take a look up here. See, it's just washed. Okay, this is where it's going to be, in these fire rings. This will be some wood around somewhere. Alright, on my way out. It's a bit chilly, got a few layers on. Warmed the bike up a little, warm up a little more coming out here. The sand was that soft, I couldn't get it up on the centre stand, so when I fill up with fuel I will do the chain, just putting a little bit of stuff on there, not too much. See the range out there? There's the road. Out whether I can get further than Eleanor on the fuel I got. Probably could. Pull in here and get some fuel. Liberty now. There's actually a... Which one should I go to? I'll go to this one here. Caltex. Alrighty. Found Gwalia. Thought it was closer to town. Says there's a cafe in here, I wouldn't mind a coffee. Yeah, we'll look at all those old things and then head up to the museum, I think. Here at Gwalia, this is a ghost town that they've kept in really good nick, whoever's been restoring it. A lot of this stuff is all like fully restored. A lot of the old tin stuff, like on this side of the road, is all restored. So yeah, done a really good job. We'll go take a look around. There's a sign there that tells you a little bit about it. Maz's store. But really interesting to look at.
you get in? This is William's cottage. Fireplace, a lounge, bedroom, kitchen at this end. So here's another little cottage. So this is the living room. Look at that phone. Old beds, old papers. A couple of old wardrobes. Is there a date on any of this? There we go. What's this? 1996. So that's reasonably modern. Kalgoorlie Miner. What date's that? 1994. Tin bath. Uh-oh, that looks a bit ominous. So here's the workshop. I was looking for this, the garage. This is where you come if your bike breaks down. Just all old tools and junk lying around. Oh, that's an old SU Carby. Be off an old, probably a Morris or something. Here at the veranda of the Gwalia Hotel, you can't get in, it's all locked up. But it was last time I was here. But you can see the cellar around the corner here. Goes down underneath. Okay, head up the hill to the museum area. I'm here at the Gwalia museum up on top of the hill, and they've got some really cool old artifacts and different things here. It's definitely worthwhile seeing. We'll go for a quick walk around and have a look. That's an old steam train. Sort of a bit like the Woodlines track steam trains. We've got a viewing platform. Yeah, she's a big hole, alright. You can see the little loaders and things down there that look tiny. So this is the winder shed. Check out the size of this bloody thing. That piston there is the size of a 44-gallon drum. See me for perspective, that's huge. That wheel there's taller than me. Crazy. I wonder how many horsepower that was. And there's the big winder barrels with the cable on. Oh, another one on this side. So 2 engines, one on each side. Steam powered, I guess. Have to be. And there's the big drums. That's all green. Is that all bronze or is that just paint? A seat where the guy sat up in there, driving the whole thing. Linkages go down to there. Largest steam winder in Australia. It's rated at 1,000 horsepower. And what does that say? 27 inches. 27 inches is the bore. So I had to Google it. Herbert Hoover, it says on Google, become the 31st president of the United States, and he was out here living in his house out in the middle of nowhere back then. It's a little less in the middle of nowhere now, but yeah, that house was his house for the American folk watching. So you guys have got a link to Outback, Western Australia. So that's an interesting museum for sure. Oh well, head back to Leonora and then out that side road and see what the weather's like. I'll just get my phone out of my pocket, plug it in, if I can find the... Off I go. It's a big load. On our way. This must be it here. I'm looking for
the Niagara Dam. Oh yeah, there we go. 64 to the Niagara Dam and Kukaini. So this is the road. It should turn to gravel, which it does. Okay. We're on the back roads again. So this road that runs parallel to the highway from Malcolm down to what is it? Kukaini, and then Niagara Dam is like you can see, it's a highway. So this isn't too bad a road.
So this is Kukaini. This is up the back of Kukaini. This is looks like a sheep station, not a mining camp. Either sheep or cattle. Looks like sheep by the yards. So just going to go and have a look in here. There's a shearing shed over there as well, and see what's here. Then head back closer to the road where some of the other main ruins are. It looks like a boarding house. All little rooms off of a central area. All smashed up. Oh, looks like someone's dropped some oil there. That's nice of them. But this looks like some living quarters. Here's another house just a bit further down the road. We'll take a quick look in this one and then get to the original old ones on the road. A lot of it's just fell in. It's the kitchen with the matters. Roof's falling in here. So here's one of the famous Kukaini buildings. I see the Intense Off-Road guys have posted from here and some of the other YouTubers. This is the one you see a lot of here, and there's another piece of it over here. So we'll go and take a look through. Don't know what this was. Let's go and check. There's a sign here. Looks like it had a cellar, so maybe it was a hotel. Yeah, the National Hotel. So if you have a look, it's quite an impressive building. This would have been the cellar. This big hole in the ground. Just walking down the side of it. A lot of these were demolished to build other buildings. This one still has a lot of bricks lying around, so maybe it's just fallen over time, but it was a pretty impressive building. Looking at the picture on the board.
Okie dokie. Off to the Niagara Dam. So the dam is here somewhere. Not sure the end of this road. Oh yeah, I see it through there.
The wall of the Niagara Dam. This was built to secure water, but it never really worked. I don't think. The runoff was too unreliable, and they found another water source. But this was quite the engineering feat in the day. You can see some big valves down there. A lot of effort went into building this. Down the bottom of the dam, sign there says it cost $128,000 to build this. I imagine now it'd be millions and millions, but not sure what those brick structures are. There's one on the other side as well, but there's a big valve there, cast iron valve sticking out, and there's a little bit of water in here. I don't know if it fills right to the top anymore or not. It's hard to say. Can't really see a line there, but if you look at the wall itself, it's made up, the aggregate is just local rock from like what was in just around here. So it's a little bit soft, it'll come out, so it's not going to be here forever. But I guess they couldn't cart out loads of blue metal on their camels.
That's the Niagara Dam. Pretty interesting. Quite the achievement back in the day, putting that much concrete into that wall. Back on the road and head to Menzies, to where I'll cross the highway and go to the other side and go at Davyhurst and Orabanda and out there. That's what's next. I think this is the road out of Menzies to Davyhurst, I think. We'll find out, I guess. Or maybe it's that over there. Maybe it's over there. Davyhurst isn't far up here, but have a look at this western woodland type layout. It's really nice with the big trees and the open areas. This is exactly what the western woodlands is. Alrighty, let's have a look. Davyhurst Cemetery's down there.
Standing here at the Davyhurst town site, there was 3 hotels here originally. That means quite a few people, and there's a big open area and lots of rubble. There's nothing standing anymore, just bits of rubble and tin everywhere. But yeah, it was quite a big town site back in the day. So we're going to have a look around. I think this is a site of one of the hotels. That hole might have been the cellars that they used to have, but all it is now is a lot of rubble. You can see ruins all over there, wire and bits and pieces, and there's some old ruins here next to this tree. It's hard to make out what any of this is anymore. Bricks, tank, food tins. What's written on those bricks? Craig maybe? Leeds. Walking along and come across this big underground tank, or well, brick lined. Looks like it might have had some tin in the bottom of there at one stage.
That's the Davyhurst town site. Might just have a quick look at this. Might have a quick look at the cemetery. So I think this is the way to Orabanda.
I'm here in a place called Siberia, and it's just a graveyard and an old town site, but it's got some really interesting information on the graves, what the people died of and their ages. So we'll go and take a look at that, because it's yeah, sort of gives you an insight of the time back then. So 1893, and you've got all these graves, and they've put the details on there. It's pretty interesting. Oh, here you go, little infant, stillborn, 1902, 4th child. That's why the grave's small. John Dillon died of senile decay. So he must have got dementia or something like that. At 75, that's a long time to live back then. Died of a heart attack, 68. James Leopard Dawson, 27, died by cyanide. So, suicide by cyanide. Died of asthma, 66. Died of heart disease, 60. Died of natural causes, 45. Again, what's natural causes? Heart attack, maybe? We'll get back on the bike, and I only stopped here quickly, that's why I haven't taken my earplugs out. We'll get back on the bike and head to Orabanda.
Looks like there's a phone tower here. Might have a phone. Oh yeah, there's the old burnt pub. I'll just drive around. See if there's a good spot to camp.
Just set up camp here at Orabanda, right out the back, down the hill from the pub. Spend the night here, then tomorrow there's an old abandoned mine or building over behind the camera that I'm going to go and have a look at. Then have a look at the pub that's still there but burnt, and then slowly go through Broad Arrow to Cal, take a look at the super pit, and see where we go from there.
Alrighty, let's go and have a look at Orabanda.
So here at the pub, at the Orabanda pub that burnt down, see it's no roof, the stone structure's still there but no roof, and there's a fence around it. So I'm wondering if this Telstra phone box still works. Oh yeah, it comes up. Let's see if you can hear this. Don't know if you can hear that ringtone, but it's still got a tone, so it must work. And over here I think is maybe the story of the guy, the bikie club member that was shot. So here they're flying the flag at half mast for the death of the hotel.
Alrighty, we'll have a look around. So that looks like that's got lots of signs on it. No entry private, but we'll stay on the edge and we'll go and have a look.
So made it up to these old houses, but there's lots of no entry signs, so we won't go in. We'll respect that and just stay on the edge. But some really cool stuff. There's another old thing up there, which I don't know if we can get to if we get past these signs. There may be a road past, but there's lots and lots of no entry signs. So.
And Rolls Lagoon out here. Actually a good road. So this place must be well, if this is the road to this lagoon, it must be fairly well used. I've never heard of it before. So glad someone gave me the pointer. Okay, here's Rose Lagoon, 6 k's. And it's Davyhurst that way. Well, let's go take a look. Camping there. this must be like I guess there's a boat ramp here. Yep. This is the lagoon.
Thanks for the tip-off of Perth Adventure Riders. This is Rose Lagoon. As you can see, it's a huge lake. It's all fresh water, and I'm presuming people come here and swim, water ski maybe, especially in the summer. Bit chilly at the moment, but in the summer this would be a jewel in the desert. To have this much water and not that far away. So thanks for the tip-off. Definitely worth coming out. There's some campers up there. Not a bad camping spot. You could kayak here, you could swim, you could do all sorts of water sports. So I think there's a Credo homestead not far, so I might go and take a look at that while I'm out here, and wondering whether to head to Coolgardie or head back to Cal. Haven't made up my mind yet. Alrighty, let's just take a look around. This is pretty developed. As you can see, there's a shelter there. There's some information over here. There's another shelter there. And in here there's all sorts of information about the catchment and the lagoon. All pretty well set up. Well, here I was saying that they might water ski here, but there's a sign saying motor-powered vessels prohibited, so they obviously don't. Maybe they did once, but now you can only, now it's only a tourist place. Oh, it's be a good ski lake too. Oh well. Sign of the times. Alrighty. Rose Lagoon. Let's go up to the Credo homestead. Alrighty, at the road. Go up to the homestead. It's still bloody misty rain. I think that's to the right, just up here. Oh yeah, 2Ks, it's on the sign. Alright, let's go and take a look at that. Then Coolgardie. And this is the homestead. I'm guessing no one lives here anymore. I don't know. Oh, there's a visitor centre. It's very developed. Okay. Let's go take a look. So I'm at the Credo homestead. This is actually quite civilised. It's got a caretaker, and it's a research station. The CSIRO use it. Yeah, it's all still very neat as a pin, very maintained. There's campgrounds, there's accommodation. There's sort of somewhere to stay for everyone. Just going to have a look around and see what's here. It's now owned by the Parks and Wildlife people, and they're the guys that are keeping it up to date. So Credo was a sheep station, unlike where we've been. And there's some old relics there we'll have a look at. And this was the shearing shed. So most of the other stations we've been on have been cattle stations. This is where it would have all been sorted and classed and thrown into those bins, and this would have been where the shearers were, and all the gear's gone, and they pull the sheep out of these pens, drag them to here and shear them, and then push them down the chute to the outside, and rouseabouts come and collect the wool. And then these yards are kept full by pushing more sheep up from outside up this ramp. And they even got some room under cover there for a mob to keep them dry if it was to rain. And here's the gear on the outside of the shed that would have driven the handpieces. And then there's some horse stables just there. There's the drafting race just there.
Alright, that's Credo Station. Next stop, Coolgardie. Full of fuel, had a pie, and ready for the commute. What is it? 5:57 k's to Perth. Should be able to do that pretty quick. What's the time? 12. Alrighty.
Hello adventurers, as you can see, this means that I'm home cleaning up my bike, putting it all away. That was 3,100 kilometres of remote touring, getting to the centre of Western Australia, down to the Goldfields and exploring along the way. Definitely worthwhile. Encourage anybody to do that. So yeah, if you want to, if you've got to here, I've obviously got enough video to make a video, and you've watched it to the end, so thanks for that. Yeah. I usually don't say this, but yeah, if you could subscribe and like the video, always makes it worthwhile. It's good just to see that count go up. I don't put adverts or anything in mind to make money. It's not a money-making exercise. It's just because I love doing it. Just a bit of encouragement. So till the next one, ride safe, and yeah, I'll have to work out what the next bucket list item is. So have a good one. Catch up.